Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here, and I'm hoping that my voice holds out for this video. I'm working with a Scrap-A-Sketch Premium June sketch, and on the 20th, which is when this video will go live, I normally would do one with a Scrap-A-Sketch stencil and printables, but I'm having a bit of a hiccup with my printer at the moment, and so I'm going to go with an older collection that was a gift from one of my lovely subscribers, and just use a premium sketch. And then as soon as I get some time to spend, some quality time to spend with my printer to see why it's telling me that it can't, it something about the queue is full, or it's a message I've never had before. In any case, I will get that out. I have another sketch, premium sketch for June, that I was going to use with printables, and I have the photos already printed, so all I have to do is print the printables. Anyway, this collection is Flora #3 by Carta Bella, and it's that wonderful pebble-grained textured paper that Carta Bella uses, and I love it. And I've kind of, these are garden photos that I took yesterday. And this daylily is famous for producing 2 blooms at a time in the day. This one is the tallest daylily I have. It's almost 4.5 feet tall. The stems are 4.5 feet high, and it looks a little, nothing has been done in the garden really for the 3 years since John passed away. I've just really done nothing. So this year I'm marking where the daylilies are. They need to be dug and divided and replanted, and I will do that as soon as they've finished blooming. This one is kind of hidden under a butterfly bush, and it has a lot of diamond dust on it. All 3 of these daylilies were part of a collection, or a group of daylilies I got when I first moved to Georgia. There was a free cycle ad from somebody who was trying to turn, they had been like raising daylilies, hybridizing them for years, and they were going to turn it into this particular patch. They were going to turn into a producing vegetables. So they offered to give the daylilies free to anybody who would dig them up. So John and I brought our shovel and a bunch of plastic bags, and we dug, I know, at least 4 or 5 hours, and brought home, I think, 100 named varieties, including some that were hybridized by these folks that had not ever been sold on the open market. So I was really happy with them. We planted them all around we had kind of an English country garden at our house at the time, our little cottage that we first moved into. Well, just to kind of let you know what I've done, these are 5-inch squares, and I'm orienting them so that there's a big space in between, because I'm going to actually be putting my title here. It's called Bloomin'. And the reason I didn't put these on foam is because I thought there might be some overlap, and there is. There may not be. Well, actually, let me go ahead and glue it now, and we'll see how much there is, if there is any. ago, we planted around that house, and then when we moved, we didn't have quite as much energy when we moved here. I kind of went through and dug. I didn't, because we wanted the house to look good when we were selling it, listing it. I didn't want to dig whole areas of the garden up and bring it here. So I kind of carefully dug, leaving, I would do like I would dig and divide, and then replant. I'd dig and I'd divide something into four, and I'd replant one, and I'd take the three. So there was that. And we planted all the daylilies that are growing at this house were planted 13 years ago. Yep, 13 years ago, 2011. And I have not dug and divided any of them in that time. Way overdue, and they're coming up very sparsely. I know when I dig down into the soil, I'll find large clumps that can be divided, and I can bring them back to life, but it's going to take some work. And these days, I'm not exactly up to a lot of digging, especially in the heat or the bright sunshine. But it's hard for me to kneel or sit or bend because of the back issues, and it's hard for me to dig, kind of shovel and dig because of the shoulder issues. So I've got a very healthy and capable grandson who has offered to help many times, and we haven't quite got the timing down so that he actually could do it at a time when nothing else is going on for me. So anyway, I'll get that done. I've got some timing down, and hoping to get the beds prepared for where the new bulbs are going to go. And that part of it I have been kind of working on. Most of my quote-unquote garden is containers running down the wheelchair ramp, and that's where the tomatoes and peppers and hibiscus and things like that are in pots. The daylilies and irises are in the beds, kind of planted along with the builder shrubs that came with the house, and a lot of that needs to be reworked. And we kind of planted a couple of trees back in 2011 that have gotten a lot larger than they were then. We had planned to move them, because we were, working up a couple of other beds that those would go in, and that project never got done due to life interfering. And so I've got, now it's going to be a major problem to dig those up, and yet it's something that definitely needs to be done. Okay, so I have my 5-inch squares, and then these are 3¼ inch squares with a not quite 3-inch photo there. And I'm taking these are 3x4 frames that I cut them into 3x4 pieces, and then I used a die to cut the center out to make it into a frame. And the shape of the die wasn't exactly to the 3x4 dimensions, but I kind of think it looks cool the way it is. So it's a little wider here and narrower there. And those are oriented towards the center, and then the photos kind of go out. You can do this with 1 photo or 4 photos like I'm doing, or any number in between. I originally thought that I would just use the pink flowers, the pink daylily, which is here, and the pink hibiscus, and I thought I would do embellishments on the other squares, because I kind of thought to myself, well, you know, the papers don't have any orange or yellow in them. So I thought, well, you know, when have I been afraid to have something that would normally be considered to be clashy, you know, on my pages? I'm not afraid of clash. And so what I'm going to do is I have some enamel dots, and I have orange ones and yellow ones, along with the pinkish ones and the green ones. So I thought I might mix those up and add some orange and yellow accents around, particularly around these floral clusters that I'm putting on as embellishments. That I fussy cut those from one of the papers in that collection. And then I have these wood veneer leaves. I kind of do that. I'll just put it out that way. And then I'm going to use this tropical leaf here because it's by the hibiscus and the banana. So I've already got kind of tropical leaves in the photo. So that's kind of my embellishing. Let's see if we can do some. I'm gonna maybe put these here. On the pink background. And then I'll put some here and maybe down here. Let's go with a big pink one here on the green, and then I'll go with a medium orange and a small yellow. And let's go right here with a large orange and a medium, I've already done a medium green, let's do a medium pink. And a small yellow. There. I should have used a small green maybe. Okay, and now I'm going to do some up here. Is that what I want to do? I want to do a large orange. and a medium green. I've used a medium green right there, so I'll use a small green. I'll do a medium yellow. And a small green on top of the green. Let's see if it shows. Yeah, it has a little gleam. Okay, and now I'm just going to put single ones kind of over around the flowers here. Let's put that one right there, and I'm going to take a small sort of beigey one there. And here I will do a yellow and a, let's go with a pink right here, and a, let's do an orange. I'll do a small orange right there. Okay, and so I've kind of brought in the orange of that daylily and the yellow of this one, and it doesn't bother me that that all the papers are like pale pinks and the green. And if I had it to do over again, the only different choice I might have made is I might have done the background in this green and then the squares in this pink, or there's another even paler pink in there, or maybe even this aqua, because that aqua isn't anywhere in the garden, and so it would have been the green is always a good background for any kind of garden pictures, because presumably there's a lot of green in the garden. At least these days, with the scorched earth weather that's going on everywhere, green may not be the operative color. So I'm done. I thank you for watching, and watch out for the one coming up that's going to use one of the new sets of printables, and I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.